Hello. Well, there have been a few changes. First of all, I've got a new curtain behind my chair. Thank you, IKEA. Secondly, I finally got my Subscribestar account up and running. The links are in the description, although I've read that the links don't work on YouTube. I don't know whether that's true or not, so you might have to cut and paste, but they'll be there. Subscribestar apparently allow either one-off payments, regular subscriptions, or they even have a cryptocurrency option. So you have a choice there. That's probably much better than Patreon. I believe I can also upload videos to their site, so I might be able to get something going for regular contributors if I can work out how it's done. Now, to business. Okay, and I'm back with The Guardian and Owen Jones. He's always good for a laugh, and I make no apologies for having another go at him. But I am interested in his hypocritical and self-serving little article about Luciana Berger. She is the MP for Liverpool Waverley, who has been having a bit of trouble with her constituency, as there's recently been a movement to pass a vote of no confidence in her. A lot of people say that this is because there's a substantial little clique, or an influential little clique rather, of anti-Semitic Labour Party members in Liverpool Waverley, and they don't like the fact that not only is Miss Berger Jewish, but she's also very outspoken in her opinion that Jeremy Corbyn hasn't done enough to deal with this problem. So I'd like to present to you Luciana Berger, and this is a photo of her over an article in The Guardian reporting that the meeting, which had been called for the no confidence motion, was cancelled when it emerged that the person who called it had referred to her as a disruptive Zionist. Now, on the very same day, The Guardian published an article by Owen Jones about the Berger affair, in which this photo was used. As we all know, faces can be made to look like almost anything depending upon the angle at which the camera is situated. But there is a striking difference between this photo of a politician under siege from an anti-Semitic opponent and this photo, which is over an article justifying the behaviour of the constituency because Berger is disloyal. Am I overstating the case? Well, you can see here that whereas Jones starts off by saying local activists have the right to an MP who reflects their values, but they must also denounce vile abuse without reservation, he then goes on to pile one reservation upon another to excuse the Labour Party. He starts by roundly condemning the abuse Berger got from some people he describes as Nazis, and then he refers to the abuse she got on Twitter, which he describes as being as bad as 1930s German propaganda, without once mentioning that almost all of this came from factions within the Labour Party. He doesn't talk about that, just the Nazis before. He then goes on to argue the case of her constituency, that she is not loyal enough to Corbyn, and the photo that is used of her strikes me as rather telling, that's all. He says she might possibly be plotting with other Labour MPs to start another party. Well, maybe she is and maybe she isn't, but she hasn't said she is. So there's absolutely no point in starting a no confidence motion about her until she does, unless you have that photo in mind and the negative associations that apparently come with it. Instead of considering that the Labour Party is in shreds and that Corbyn is either too weak or himself too anti-Semitic to do anything about it, Jones is not considering that if Corbyn can't control his own party, how could he be expected to control the country? Instead, all Jones can say is that it's all about keeping Labour in power, whatever its moral decay. And then he says this: neither Labour's leadership nor the vast majority of Labour members are anti-Semitic. Now here, take a look at this. This is also from The Guardian. John McDonnell is the Shadow Chancellor and Corbyn's right-hand man. Some would say he's Corbyn's puppeteer. Now, he encouraged the founding of an anti-Semitic group within Labour and then said he doesn't endorse all of the views held by that group. Well, that's like me saying I like bullfighting. I'm not entirely happy about an innocent animal being tortured to death, but, well, it's worth it because the Toreador's suit of lights is just gorgeous, isn't it? Well, now, here are Jones's final words on the matter. How local party members express their democratic decisions is their own choice. It should be their right to decide which candidate best reflects their values and aspirations. But a decent approach would surely be for Berger's party members to show solidarity against anti-Semitic harassment and for Berger to commit to not join a new party and thereby attempt to destroy her own party. Is that not reasonable? Translation: Berger should not be harassed for being Jewish only if she swears fealty to Corbyn, the man under whose leadership the Labour Party has changed into an organisation that has to hire bodyguards to protect people like Berger during their conferences. Anyone watching this video from the safety of Cameroon might consider that we have a little problem here in the United Kingdom. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe, and if you wish to donate, click the subscribe star link where you can make a one-off payment or set up a regular contribution, or I have a PayPal account at grannyopteryx@gmail.com. Till next time.